Imagine waking up in a house so big that it takes a golf cart to move around. Every corner designed with marble from Italy, gold fixtures from France, and walls that display art worth more than most people's lifetime savings. This isn't a movie scene. This is how Kim Kardashian starts her day. But behind the glam, behind the designer bags and red carpet appearances, lies a billionaire system most people never see. Kim Kardashian has built an empire that redefined what modern celebrity wealth looks like. She isn't just famous for fame. She's one of the few people who turned fame into a billion-dollar business model. But how exactly does she make her money, and how does she manage to stay rich in a world where attention fades overnight? To understand Kim's billionaire lifestyle, you have to look beyond the reality TV show. While most people think her wealth came from keeping up with the Kardashians, that's only the tip of the iceberg. The real story begins with one thing Kim understands better than almost anyone else in entertainment: attention. Kim treats attention like currency. She learned early that the internet doesn't reward silence. Every post, every outfit, every appearance is a strategic move. She turns headlines into profits. When most celebrities tried to hide from gossip, Kim made the gossip work for her. That's why even after nearly 2 decades in the spotlight, her name still dominates social media. But here's what most people don't realize. Kim's real fortune doesn't come from being seen. It comes from owning what people buy after seeing her. While the world was scrolling through her pictures, Kim was building businesses. KK Beauty, Skims, and SKKN aren't just brands. They're billion-dollar machines powered by her influence. Take Skims, for example. What started as shapewear has grown into one of the most valuable fashion companies in America. Within just a few years, Skims reached valuations close to $5 billion. The brand doesn't depend on traditional advertising. It depends on Kim's ability to shape culture. When she wears something, it sells out in minutes. That's influence monetized with precision. Now, imagine the logistics behind maintaining a lifestyle like this. Kim's team includes managers, financial advisors, stylists, lawyers, and even brand psychologists. Every partnership, every deal, every photo is premeditated. She spends millions to make millions more. Her private jet alone costs over $100 million. But what's more impressive is how she uses it. It's not just a symbol of wealth. It's a business tool that saves her time and protects her privacy while managing her empire globally. Here's a question that keeps people curious. How does she stay relevant when trends change so fast? She evolves faster than the trends. When people started moving from TV to social media, she was already there. When fans moved from Instagram to TikTok, she adapted. When beauty standards shifted, she redefined them. That's her secret power: adaptability. Now let's open a loop that reveals how deep this strategy goes. Kim doesn't just sell beauty. She sells identity. Every product she releases connects with how her audience wants to feel: confident, desired, powerful. She's not selling shapewear, she's selling transformation. That emotional link keeps customers loyal, and loyalty builds empires. But money management is what separates the rich from the powerful. While many celebrities spend fast and fade faster, Kim invests smart. Her investments stretch across real estate, startups, equity in her own brands, and even cryptocurrency ventures. She owns multiple properties across California, each one worth tens of millions. One of her Hidden Hills mansions alone is valued at over $60 million, customized with minimalist design and natural light that symbolizes her personal brand: luxury that feels effortless. Here's a retention reset. Think about this. Every time you see Kim post on social media, you might be watching a $1 million marketing move disguised as lifestyle content. A single post can drive sales spikes that traditional companies would spend millions to achieve. That's the difference between being famous and being a business. Kim mastered the art of turning visibility into value. But behind that smooth public image, Kim's life is built on intense discipline. She wakes up early, plans her day with precision, and controls every public move. She once said that she treats her brand like a law firm, structured, documented, and strategic. That's why every launch feels flawless, every campaign feels inevitable. Nothing happens by accident. Now stay with this because it's where most people misunderstand wealth. Being a billionaire isn't about buying everything. It's about owning what everyone else buys. Kim doesn't just wear luxury brands, she partners with them, invests in them, and sometimes outperforms them with her own. The luxury world once rejected her for being a reality star. Now, the same world depends on her to set trends. Let's dig deeper into the mindset that drives her success. Kim's wealth didn't grow by avoiding risk. She embraced it strategically. When she launched KKW Beauty, people doubted her ability to compete with major cosmetics giants. Within hours of launch, her products sold out. Within a year, she made over $100 million. That moment proved that her influence wasn't temporary, it was scalable. Here's another attention shift. Kim's journey also shows how the definition of power has changed. In the past, wealth came from oil, steel, or real estate. Today, it comes from attention and brand ownership. Kim turned modern fame into a financial system. She doesn't just attract eyes, she converts them into assets. When Forbes officially listed her as a billionaire, it wasn't just a title. It was recognition that she built a new kind of empire, one where influence equals equity. She became a symbol of how media, money, and personal branding can merge into generational wealth. But let's step inside her daily life for a second. Her morning starts in a mansion designed like a museum, white walls, soft tones, minimal clutter. It's a space built for focus and clarity. Every meal is curated, every meeting intentional. Whether she's filming, designing, or negotiating, every hour of her day produces value. That's how billionaires think, every minute has a return. Now think about how her fame shaped the next generation of entrepreneurs. Kim turned celebrity culture into a business blueprint. Millions now follow her approach without realizing it: build attention, control your narrative, launch products that connect emotionally, and own your audience. She's not just living in luxury. She's redefining it. Her version of luxury is about control over her brand, her image, her time, and her money. And in a world where attention is the most expensive currency, she's one of the few people who knows how to print it. But here's what most people miss when they look at her success. Kim Kardashian's power isn't in how much she spends. It's in how much she multiplies. Every dollar she earns creates more opportunities to earn. Every headline becomes an investment. Every risk she takes is calculated for maximum impact. By the time people try to copy her, she's already 3 moves ahead. She doesn't chase trends. She creates the environment where trends begin. That's why her name stays relevant no matter how fast culture changes. As the cameras fade and social platforms evolve, Kim's wealth continues to grow quietly behind the scenes. Her story is no longer just about fame. It's about financial evolution. She proved that with strategy, attention, and ownership, a person can turn visibility into an empire that never sleeps. And that's the real billionaire life of Kim Kardashian, not just the luxury you see, but the invisible systems of control, discipline, and strategy that keep her empire expanding while the world watches, wondering how she does it again and again.